For half the world, waking up on a birthday means a flood of notifications, curated social media posts, and the mandatory party. But for a specific subset of people, the next 24 hours look exactly like yesterday. No fanfare, no cake, just a single unlit candle in a quiet room. Society has a very specific set of assumptions about the people who treat their birthday like a normal Tuesday. We tend to label them as lazy, depressed, or claim they are somehow dead inside for refusing to participate in the celebration, which raises a strange psychological paradox. Why would someone actively ignore the one 24-hour window of the year that is supposed to be entirely dedicated to them? Psychology suggests that our reaction to this specific date is often a byproduct of how we've learned to process validation and belonging. It offers a window into the way our brains calculate our own self-worth. By looking at the different reasons people step back from their own celebrations, we can see a clearer picture of how our internal experiences shape our adult behavior. Let's look at the first group. Picture a child who circles the date on the calendar. They build up high expectations. They wait for the calls from family, the invites from friends, and the recognition that makes them feel seen. But the day passes, and the recognition never materializes. Year after year, family members get too busy. Friends prioritize other plans. The hope slowly fades as the individual realizes that their expectation of being celebrated consistently leads to feeling forgotten. This initiates a process psychologists call learned helplessness. When the brain repeatedly forms an expectation and hits a wall of disappointment, it performs a cost-benefit analysis on that gain. To protect itself from rejection, the mind entirely shuts down the pathway of expectation. It stops hoping for a positive outcome altogether. To an outside observer, this looks like complete indifference. But the lack of celebration has nothing to do with a lack of caring. They ignore the day because caring simply hurts too much. For this first group, stepping away from the birthday ritual acts as a necessary armor. The silence is a learned survival tactic, built to defend against a history of disappointment. Then there is the second group. These individuals are not emotionally wounded by their past. They are entirely crushed by the demands of their present. Consider a modern morning. You wake to 30 unread emails, immediate project deadlines, notifications from the bank, school runs, household chores, and an endless list of obligations. This creates cognitive overload, leading to what researchers call time blindness. When you process massive amounts of information daily, the individual days, weeks, and months compress and blur together into one continuous stream of effort. By the time the actual birth date arrives on the calendar, the mind is entirely consumed by the mechanics of surviving the day. The milestone is squeezed out of the picture. These individuals do not actively reject their birthday. The event is simply crowded out by the relentless machinery of a high-performance life. In an era of extreme busyness, the personal ritual of a birthday is often the very first casualty of daily productivity. But there is a third group, and psychologically speaking, they are the most fascinating. These people know exactly when their birthday is, yet they feel absolutely no need to broadcast it to the world. Most people unknowingly rely on external validation. They use gifts, likes, and applause to measure their value. The problem with tying your self-worth to other people's attention is that your value constantly fluctuates based on how loud they clap. Psychologists studying self-determination theory identified 3 core requirements for lasting, stable well-being. Those requirements are autonomy, competence, and inner fulfillment. This third group has mastered internal validation. They do not need a date on the calendar or outside attention to prove they are loved. The need for external applause and social media likes bounce harmlessly away because their core burns bright on its own. You see this mindset reflected across their entire life. Instead of chasing the spotlight or manufacturing attention, they quietly focus their energy on daily growth, learning, and finding deep meaning in ordinary moments. Severing the link between external events and internal happiness is a rare form of psychological freedom. They don't need a party because they are completely satisfied in the quiet. So ask yourself a difficult question. When your birthday arrives, are you celebrating because the event brings you authentic joy? Or are you performing a ritual simply because society expects you to? If you want to build emotional independence, start here. Heal past disappointments by openly acknowledging them. Protect your attention from the noisy, demanding world, and define quiet rituals that actually honor your personal growth without needing an audience to witness them. The goal is not to force yourself to throw a massive party, nor is it to force yourself into silent isolation. The goal is to ensure your choice aligns authentically with your own self-awareness. True emotional maturity requires realizing that your personal value is a daily constant. It is not a seasonal event. You do not need a lit candle or a room full of people to prove that you exist. The way we choose to treat this single day ultimately reflects the degree of peace we've found with ourselves when the lights go out. If you are ready to stop living for the expectations of others, make sure to subscribe to Brain Library. We explore these hidden psychological truths every week so you can master your mindset. And if you want to connect with a community focused on real growth, join our Discord through the link below. Start building a life you don't need to escape from. See you in the next one.